In planning your advocacy strategy, you normally start by identifying a problem to solve for UNHCR's people of concern, which means that you want to bring about a change through advocacy. To do so, you need to know who can bring the change you want to achieve. But how do we identify these decision makers? The Advocacy Toolkit has a tool that helps. It is called Stakeholder Analysis. Let's review its 3 steps. First, identify all people who have potential interest or potential influence over the issue. The decision makers are your target, and the people who have influence over your target are your audience. For advocacy to work, it is key to identify specific persons, not institutions. Second, analyze each stakeholder and ask questions about each of them. Start by asking to what extent the stakeholder agrees or disagrees with the problem you want to solve. Are they strongly supportive? Supportive? Neutral? Against it? Strongly against it? Then ask how important the stakeholder considers the problem compared to other problems. Is it of low importance for them? Medium importance? High importance, like for UNHCR? Finally, ask how influential the stakeholder is. Do they make decisions themselves, or can they influence the decision makers? Perhaps they have no influence and can't make decisions. Perhaps they have some influence. They don't make the decision but can advocate with those who can. Or perhaps they are the key decision makers and key influencers. After answering these questions, organize the information you've gathered. The advocacy tool has a basic table to make it easier for you. Now, you're ready to determine who are your allies, your audience, and your opponents. Your main opponents will be persons who are strongly against UNHCR's position and have more or less influence over the decision. Track their position and try to reduce the influence. While it's important to be aware of all opposition, your time and resources are limited, so decide who to focus on and who to ignore. Your audiences may be neutral. You'll need to invest time to engage them so they work with your allies or become allies. Your audiences may also be conflicted. You'll need to invest time to make sure they know enough about the issue to counterbalance any negative narrative. Your main allies will be people with a strong position on the issue, a mandate, and resources, and who decide over the issue or influence other audiences. Some people won't have as much influence, but they support UNHCR's position. Some people don't have direct or relevant influence, but they support UNHCR's position. Keep them informed. Place your stakeholders in the table provided by the toolkit: allies, neutral, opponents. Once you've completed the stakeholder analysis, you will know which influential stakeholders to engage. You will also understand the importance of the problem to the different stakeholders to tailor your tactics and messages. And you'll know which influences and negative messages to counteract. To learn more about the Stakeholder Analysis tool, please go to the UNHCR Advocacy Toolkit.